That's 35.
Okay, whoopsie-doo.
That's it. Hey, Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I have 6 days to turn this digital sandwich into a physical piece of fine art because I told a giant corporation that I could do it before I knew if I actually could. It has already been a journey to get to that digital sandwich. In the previous video, I painstakingly hand sculpted it over the course of a week. I'm creating this weird meat masterpiece because, can you believe, Arby's commissioned me to make it for their sandwich launch event. Of course I said I could do it, and that it would look like marble. So I 3D scanned my sculpt, and I have an idea to try 3D printing it in a stone-like material for engineering that, oops, wasn't designed for art. First, my scan of my sculpt needs to be digitally perfected. So I wanted to mention that I just moved and I should, you know, unpack. But I am on a deadline, so let's art instead. Since the move, all of the fitness channel stuff got put in here, along with my Formlabs devices and somehow a couch, so I guess this is my 3D modeling office for now. Man, the texture on there from the cardboard, it's so cool. But we're gonna delete it, which I definitely know how to do. Oh man, that is a lot of data. Look at all those vertexes. Okay, delete all of them. That deleted some of them. I said delete all of them. That was some of them. Cool, so all of my 3D modelers out there watching me do this are yelling at their screen that there's a better way, but I'm just gonna keep deleting until we don't have the bottom. Come on! No, I think I got it. Let me just rotate towards the light and we can see, yep, there are some holes in our diet. And I told the scanner to go as high res as possible, but that's meaning a lot of edges I'm selecting right now. But hopefully that high fidelity will look cool once we send it over to that guy. Fill. Okay, that looks okay. Maybe just fill again. Yeah. All right, we are hole free. It looks super weird, but we're getting somewhere. Oh, I know. I need to cut my sandwich. Where's the knife? Perfect. Okay, I used to work at a video game company modeling, and this was way back in the day. This is grandma now telling you back when we had to keep our polygons low for rendering purposes. And that's very different than now. We're just gonna leave a lot of slices in here. Yep, I do think that video game modelers still pay attention to how complex their models are, but it's very different than when we did back in the 2010s. Great, now let me just do that with the other hole. And now, how do I smoothen you?
Right, so these, I'll go in Blender and I'll remove these stands and patch those.
Okay, there we go. Yes, I'm watching my own channel to figure out how to do this. Bill Duran has already done this exact thing with me, and I did not pay close enough attention. He's in sculpt mode and he's smoothing with this tool along the side here, and I don't have that. It seems Blender has changed since 2 seconds ago when we filmed that other video. This one, smooth, there we go. And that is proof that it's not weird that I don't know what I'm doing, even though I was a lead artist at a company for a living. It's because software changes a lot, and also I never used this software. They're all different, but that's smoothing, I think. Ew, looks like I got some more holes to deal with, but I'm on the right track, maybe. Wow, where did those come from? Can I do any better in this hole? Yeah, let's go. Nope. Are you making holes up here too? No. Yes. That shouldn't happen. This should be all one piece, and I should be able to smooth it without seeing inside my sandwich. Well, that required a desperate text to Bill Duran, who immediately solved the problem, but also meant I had to start over 2 times. But we can now use the smoothing tool to smooth, and it works very smoothly. And also, the sun is giving away just how long it took me to get pretty much nowhere. Does this room have lights? I don't know. Excellent. I'm so glad you're here figuring out the new home with me. I'm just gonna fix that. And then we did all the work to get it smooth on the bottom. Now we gotta figure out how to add that texture because I said I was going to. Perfectly spaced, perfect circles is perfectly suited for 3D modeling. I just have to figure out how to do that. We have evenly spaced cylinders. I didn't think that would be possible, but there it is. And now it just has to curve along the bun. Okay, that is crazy cool. I figured out how to program it so that it melds around like physicsy. But I need those cylinders only in the right spot on the bun, not going all the way up into the sky. Holy heck. That's it. It's a thing that we wanted. Oh my goodness. Those 7 hours and 5% battery left. Okay, I still need a pedestal, but that is a triumph for today. It turns out it was not enough triumph for the day because last night I put on my pajamas and instead of having breakfast, because that would have been my first meal of the day, I went back to 3D modeling for a few hours, so I'm now on hour 40 of a fast, but we have a pedestal! And I can't believe I put off this until now. Oh, there's another one. Yes. This is the Formlabs Form 4, and it's a very serious device. And I mean that because freaking NASA uses it. Also, sorry for the crappy shot. I'm still figuring out how to film for you in this house. So when I open the software for it, it tells me how to set up my first part. They must mean first art. This whole setup is made for industrial production, like molds and car parts and teeth impressions and boring, very useful things, but we are not gonna use it for boring or useful. And then they have this special resin that's for jigs, dies, thermoforming, blow molding. It's highly glass filled, which makes it highly resistant to heat and chemicals, and all of those features happen to make it feel like stone. I am very excited about this, but we are now at the scary part because we're gonna find out if my 3D model is garbage or if their software can understand it. Yeah, that's what I expected. Broken model detected. Attempt to automatically repair? Yeah, do that. Fix my... This is not gonna work. Shut up. Oh my goodness, wait, that's it printing. Yes, 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 yes. It's in here and it is not mad at me about the model, so... Oh, I thought I would have another several days of fixing whatever the heck would be wrong with it. I'm gonna test out just a bite-sized sandwich because there's a lot of room for error. I just clicked, ooh, love the sound design. Tell me one click and that thing's just gonna go. Yeah. I don't even have to pour the resin in. It does that by itself. That's crazy. Wow, again, the exposure is garbage. I'm sorry. Look, we're doing the video. There it is, pouring the resin in. Orange, you glad I got a better shot now? I got some lifting in while my new friend did his job. How did we turn out? Wow. Yeah, that looks exactly how I planned, which I know what I'm about to reveal will sound crazy, not just because I'm elevating a sandwich to fine art, but because who doesn't like sandwiches? But I don't like sandwiches. I think they're a poor culinary invention, but please don't angrily leave my video. I'll explain why in a bit. I don't have time to wait for my hors d'oeuvre to finish its final bake. I have to immediately print the base because it's gonna take 7 hours, which is nothing compared to the sandwich, but we'll get to that. What do we got? Wow, the weight of this thing and the feel, it is really like stone. Oh my goodness, the details are insane. It just feels so cool. It's a good thing I unpacked my light because I am still creating paintings for my patrons even throughout my move, because now you can see this. Look at that crinkle cut carrot. And I can feel the texture that I added on the back. It's gonna be so much cooler when it's big. Although there is an issue here, I speedily got rid of the supports, so I gotta pay more attention when it's the final. If the final works, it is going to be remarkable. This is crazy. It looks like insane alien magic, but I think it's working. Of course, it is 1 a.m. and there's still a lot of print to be printed. I got a head start on the sandwich because I did, in fact, wake up at 4 a.m. in the name of art to remove the pedestal and start the next print. But I could not bring myself to post-process this at that time, and now I'm realizing it's been sitting in the sun this morning. Which is post-processing. This is basically the sun in a box, so I may have accidentally cured the supports that I'm supposed to remove before curing. Yeah, look, my gloves were in the sun too, and the resin cured on them. Oh, I'm really hoping this is not ruined. Oh, jeez. It cured onto the paper towel. Oof. Freaking dog hair. Okay, this is looking good. I am flinging pieces all over my gym or art space or office, but I do believe we have a successful part. Art part. My new workshop has made me so much more productive. Man, sanding this really does feel like I'm working on marble. It is good I'm sanding the whole thing because look how smooth it gets compared to, oops, you can see all the facets on the print because my old school modeling skills didn't know it was too low poly, which does look cool, but not a design choice Bernini would have made. Now that looks like the base to Bernini's darned soul. We have finished a whole liter of resin and starting another because I made the executive decision not to make the sandwich hollow, which means it's going to be so heavy. And that's important because I know that the viewer in the museum is going to be able to sense the weight of the artwork. While the sandwich is printing, I figured out how to make a marble sculpture in Blender. This is gonna be outrageous once I paint it. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, this is awful. My hubris. I tried to fly too close to the sun and it all came crashing down. I didn't think about the fact that the print would be so heavy that the printer couldn't hold it. But there's no sort of documentation online about a print weight limit, and that's probably because no one's stupid enough to print like me. So last night at 4 a.m. I figured out how to hollow it out and print like you're supposed to. The heavy print was taking 2 days, and this one is gonna finish before the other one would have. So turns out you're supposed to do it the way you're supposed to. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Now, the reason I think sandwiches are a gross food format, lunch meat is unpleasant at best. Bread is good. Putting ingredients between bread just gives you soggy, ruined bread. I would rather not eat my meal all smooshed together in my hands. Oh man. In my 4 a.m. computing, I hollowed the walls too thin. Or maybe there's a way I can save this? As I was watching a 3D printer, I was like, if a machine can sculpt in layers, why can't I? I should try that for a future video. Well, we're trying it in this video. Can I bridge the gap in the hole and then cure it? I got it working. There's enough surface tension that it filled. Can I cure this now? Man, the tension breaks quickly. So I gotta get it cured really fast. Okay, go, 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 go. Come on. Okay, what do we got? How hot are you? Beep. Tolerable. Okay, well, we successfully bridged that gap and patched those holes. But, can you hear that? Holding it up to the mic. The resin is still tacky, so that was too thick to cure. So my brilliant idea did not work. Luckily, that thing is very fast and I remembered how to click print. You have no holes. I made it thicker this time, but I still need to be very careful as I remove all the parts that aren't the sculpture, which is technically what you do whenever you carve marble. No, oh no! There's a hole on top again. I don't know how this happened. I thought I could find the piece to glue it back in. But I found the exact supports and they never connected, so the hole was there and there's no piece to glue back in. I can't print another one of these. I have to get on a plane to show this thing. New plan. I was thinking I couldn't patch this because you'll see the difference in materials, but I do plan on painting marble veins on this, so if I strategically place a vein where this epoxy is going, then we may just save this sculpture. And now we have arrived at what I've been waiting for this whole time, the entire reason that I said yes to this project. The next step is sandwich. It's funny that the support spots that everyone desperately tries to get rid of look exactly like the texture that I spent an entire day desperately trying to add. Now this is looking awesome, but I need to figure out the perfect angle so that the sandwich looks up at you. Hey, I can't find my trusty tape measure. Can you help me with measuring?
Don't you have like 500?
Yeah, but I can't use them.
Why?
She's talking about the fact that I have a ton of tape measures because my next video is making a giant tape measure, but I refuse to use anything but my broken one, so help me find the right height, please.
Of what?
Arby's told me that the plinth this is gonna stand on is 36 inches, so how we doing?
I feel like that's pretty good.
I know.
Well, why is all this in the way?
Because we just moved in.
Pretty accurate to me.
That's 35.
Okay, whoop-de-doo.
That's it. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow, great catch. Thanks for the help with the art. Okay, hold on. Oh, perfect. Your friend sent us a housewarming gift. It's gotta be exactly 36. This is important for the art that almost just broke.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. Now we find out if making marbled meat is a mistake or a masterpiece. I special ordered matte paints for this to match the sand and stone look. I'm basing this on patterns from Carrara marble, which is exactly what Bernini used. I never mentioned my aversion to sandwiches because it's so polarizing. I mean, it's not really polarizing, it's just everyone else against me. Because I'm the only one on the planet that doesn't have what seems like a fondness for sandwiches. People like them a lot. And with that, we have the meats. Wow. After all of that work, I am so glad I'm gonna get to display this in real life. But through this artwork, I can now align with the rest of the world and your appreciation for sandwiches. I spent 2 full weeks allowing the sandwich to become my entire psyche. Maybe I still don't want to eat one because I had a sandwich packed in my lunch every single day in grade school and high school, and that is enough for a lifetime. But I can now say that I do very much love this sandwich. Just gonna get it through TSA and onto a plane. Future Allie cutting in here before we see me frantically run to a plane immediately after finishing the piece, because I wanted to tell you about this outrageous idea I just came up with. What turned the sandwich into art is the pedestal. The pedestal has the power to elevate anything to the highest heights of important. The pedestal makes the art. Now, what if I told you that you could have the power of the pedestal? I'm doing a limited run of these bite-sized pedestal sculptures, and I want to send you one. I figured out at this size, I can print them fully solid, and they look and feel so cool. The weight, it's like a satisfying worry stone fidget, or an outrageous desk ornament that shows everyone you have the power to turn anything into art. This pen is now art, this tape measure is art, this pedestal is art. Anything can become a masterpiece. Hey, that's fine art you just ate. Now I'm art. If you keep it with you in your pocket, it's a reminder that everything you're experiencing right now, in the moment, is also art. The resin that Formlabs gave me that makes the luscious stone is $300 a bottle. So once I run out, I will stop making pedestals. So the first batch of people to join my Patreon right now at the $15 level will get the power of the pedestal. Look for the pedestal tier on my Patreon page, and if it's still there, then they are still available. I will create you a stone pedestal and mail it personally. You only have to stay for 1 Patreon charge, and I promise I will send you one. But obviously, if you can stick around, I would love your continued support. And then you also get to be in our private Discord chat with other pedestal owners and outrageous art supporters. If you support my artwork, then you get to own this artwork that supports other art. I am so pumped about this release. I can't wait for you to experience getting one of these in your hands and feeling what it's like in real life. And I can't wait to see what you put on your pedestal. And now, back to me leaving for the airport 45 minutes before my flight takes off. That makes me nervous. Woo-hoo. It's not ideal that my flight leaves in 25 minutes and I just got here. I'm juggling a lot of things, one of which is very fragile. I don't have my boarding pass. I checked in too late, but I have my ID. Is that okay? I may not be able to get onto this flight.
You're in the middle seat. We'll be checking in your bag, okay?
Yes. Yes. What a freaking relief. Ooh, loading from the tarmac. I feel fancy. Okay, quick pit stop. I am not a crook. You kids don't get that joke. It's way dated. I am now not just a creator, but a protector of the sandwich. I am the sandwich's parent. I understand what it is to selflessly care for something deeply. I got a request to take a photo of the sandwich. Yay! I love it. Thanks. Quick pit stop at the hotel, and I had to pack so quickly that I forgot to pack pants. So now to my first museum opening ever. I will be attending in cargo sweatpants that I wore on the plane. There it is. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's freaking epic already. I'm so honored to be a part. Look, they have a minimalist version of my maximalist representation. I love that you enter through the mouth. Oh my goodness. And now my beef and I have arrived, and we are ready for the public. I am now not just a creator and protector of the sandwich, I am a promoter of the sandwich. Look how good sandwiches are. There is no way I would spend this much time and effort on something that isn't good. Sandwiches must be good. And you can definitely see the texture I added on the bottom underneath all this mood lighting. It was totally worth all the effort. Oh, we're already getting a line. So the opening sold out, the next 2 days of the showing sold out, and the wait list is longer than the capacity for all of those. How cool. If you spend enough time getting intimately acquainted with something, you will get attached. There's a psychological phenomenon called the mere exposure effect. Repeated exposure to a stimulus increases familiarity, leading people to develop a preference for it. At the end of this video, when I finally get to try the new sandwich release, I am going to love it. I have been changed by the art. Obviously, my art is being respected. It is so packed now. Oh my goodness. Holy cool. There are a ton of people here loving my art, probably.
How long did it take you to make it?
Several decades of an apprenticeship to learn marble sculpting. It was a couple weeks.
This is a beautiful marble Michelangelo-worthy replication of sandwich.
Wait, you got it.
Can I take a bite? Can I take a bite?
Oh yeah. Can I have one Italian beef, please? If you liked this, you'll like seeing when I made a movie theater inside a porta potty. I'll put that down there for you. How's it feel?
This is nice.
Hey, Best Pally, I'm Allie. And I have a dream to turn a porta potty into a luxury movie theater. Obviously, outside it looks like crap. Inside, we're gonna have this thing looking like $1 million. And all of my hard work thus far has us close. It is currently feeling like $700,000 right now.